Welcome back to Live Young Diecast. I'm your host, Chips McGee, and this is the Diecast Euro Cup, the McLaren Lotus Series, Group 3 and 4. As usual, we have 5, 3, 2, and 1 points available at the finish line. 2 4-car groups will rotate positions. The top 2 from each group will advance to the semifinals with the winners from groups 1 and 2. It's going to be an exciting round. We're glad to have these drivers here. Now let's meet them. All right, up first, from Monster Motorsports Diecast Racing, it's Lala Ramirez. She's driving the Lotus Esprit at 51 grams. Storm Racer is back in the Lotus Esprit at 70 grams. He comes from Tex 10 Racing. Bay City Daryl from Bay City Diecast Racing in the McLaren F1 GTR at 66 grams. Finally, it's the Crazy Canuck in the McLaren P1 at 60 grams. Love the paint job from the Crazy Canuck. All right, lap 1 has Lala in pole position. Storm Racer is up front with him, and we're off for lap 1 of Group 3. Here we go. Lala with a nice lead. Ahead of the whole pack, she'll get a great finish. Bay City Daryl in second, Storm Racer for third, and Crazy Canuck for fourth. And that's a 6.9903 to Lala Ramirez. Taking the win. That's a sub-7 time. Very nicely done. See a little bit of action from Storm Racer there with Bay City Daryl, but mainly the pack separates and kind of finishes one by one here. A little anticlimactic for lap 1, but we'll take it. Lala in the lead with 5 points. Storm Racer with 2, Bay City Daryl with 3, and Crazy Canuck with 1. Into lap 2, Storm Racer slides over into pole position. Crazy Canuck is up front. And that is Lala pushing on Storm Racer. It separates the pack. And this is about to be a head-to-head match, but it won't be. Lala pulls to the left, out of the pool turn, gets a little squirrely, and she loses the opportunity. So looking at the replay here, all that pushing from Lala doesn't do much damage here, and she kind of goes to the right and gets squirrely, and that puts her out into a DNF for lap 2. Storm Racer in the lead with 7, Bay City Daryl with 4, Crazy Canuck with 3, Lala sitting with 5. The group is tight in points as we head into lap 3. Crazy Canuck in pole position, Bay City Daryl is up front. All right, Bay City Daryl pulling out with the lead from the outside. He's gonna hang on to that. A little pushing, the group is really tight. Crazy Canuck with the overtake on the home stretch along with Storm Racer, just drafting right behind. Nicely done and a wise move with the blocking. Check out the replay here. Bay City Daryl puts on a block on Lala. Look as she looks for the pass here. He sees it, blocks her out. It puts him into third place for the finish, but I guess he's willing to take that instead of having Lala come through for a win on that home stretch. So Storm Racer in the lead with 10, Lala and Bay City Daryl with 6, Crazy Canuck with 8. All right, the fourth and final lap for Group 3, Bay City Daryl in pole position, and that's Lala on the outside. And Lala, once again, pulling away from the pack with all that speed. She just needs to keep the control, and she can't do it, and goes over out of the pool turn again for a DNF. It lets the whole rest of the group go through, and Bay City Daryl uproots the hedges. He comes in so fast. All right, checking the replay here. Lala has all the speed you'd ever want, blazing through, but keeps pulling to the left out of the pool turn, this time going over. And how did these guys get through? Bay City Daryl and Storm Racer going over to the left side to go around. Crazy Canuck does the same thing and pulls down a third place finish, but it's not enough. Storm Racer and Bay City Daryl with 13 and 11 points will go through to the semifinals. And we say goodbye to Lala. So much speed, that's heartbreaking. I hate to see it, but it's how it goes. All right, we're into our Group 4 introductions. The Gray Wizard is here in the McLaren F1 from Golden Owl Racing at 69 grams. Mr. Darq from Dubious Diecast Racing in the McLaren Speedtail at 52 grams. Marcus Fire Gone is back in the McLaren P1 from Canadian Driving Club. He comes in at 68 grams. And yes, that is yours truly, decaled on the windshield. Cupcake in the McLaren P1 at 59 grams from Rust Belt Racing. Always a good joke from Josh Poffler. He's outside, up front. Marcus Fire Gone is in pole position for lap 1. And Marcus Fire Gone has a decent lead here, getting pushed from Gray Wizard, an overtake from Cupcake, but he gets blocked out and finishes last. A 7.1442 from Marcus Fire Gone on the finish in first. All right, let's take a look at how this went down. It begins with Cupcake with a glorious overtake after the Vista jump on Gray Wizard, but then he decides to put the block on, lets Mr. Darq finish first, and Cupcake puts himself into last on this lap. Gray Wizard was second, Marcus Fire Gone for third, a 7.1442 on the clock. All right, Marcus Fire Gone in the lead after the first lap to set us in motion for lap 2. Cupcake in pole position, Mr. Darq on the outside. And Cupcake with a nice lead. He's got some speed here. He's pulling ahead. Mr. Darq, an overtake on Marcus Fire Gone, and he will overtake everyone for the win with a 7.4392. That was amazing. Mr. Cupcake, Mr. Darq, come on. This is bonkers with this overtake. And Cupcake gets on the rails. Mr. Darq goes to the outside. And we've got a 3-car photo finish. It's Cupcake for second, Gray Wizard for third, and Marcus Fire Gone for fourth on that photo finish. 1 point separates all 4 drivers with Mr. Darq in the lead with 7. This is anyone's race here. All right, we've got Mr. Darq in pole position, Gray Wizard on the outside. These two, no doubt, pretty speedy. Cupcake is coming in for another overtake on Gray Wizard. He won't get it. Gray Wizard and Mr. Darq, who finishes first in reverse. Nicely done. Gray Wizard for 2. Mr. Darq for first. We'll look at the replay here. See how Mr. Darq got in reverse here. Gets shoved around by Gray Wizard. He still maintains his speed for the finish. Cupcake with third. Marcus Fire Gone in fourth. A 7.5021 on the clock for lap 3. Mr. Darq in the lead with 12. Gray Wizard with 8. Marcus Fire Gone with 7. Cupcake with 6. This is the 4th and final lap. Gray Wizard in pole position. Marcus Fire Gone up front on the outside. We need some points here. It's pretty much anyone's race. Gray Wizard and Mr. Darq going after it. Bumper to bumper. They will finish in first and second. Cupcake for third. Marcus Fire Gone for fourth. And that is going to do it for Mr. Darq and Gray Wizard. They're definitely going to head through to the semifinals with the rest of the bunch here. Excellent speed from these two. Bumper to bumper for the 1 and 2 finish. 13 points to Gray Wizard. Mr. Darq will take 15 points. And a tie of 8-8 from Marcus Fire Gone and Cupcake, who are heading home. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you, and we love you. All right, our 4 semifinalists will be Storm Racer and Bay City Daryl from Group 3, and Mr. Darq and the Gray Wizard from Group 4. These guys heading into the semifinals next week with the finalists from Group 1 and 2. It's going to be epic. We thank you for watching. I'm your host, Chips McGee, and we appreciate you checking out the Deep Eddy Raceway and the Diecast Euro Cup. We'll see you next week, and y'all remember, live young, Diecast.